Hi everyone, this is Aki with a second video in our series of going through the 8 different IRS free file software that's available by IRS. So they're tax IRS approved, developed by third companies, and this is the second software we're going to go through. So this is 1040now.net. And I've never heard of this software, so this is really a new one for me. So let's click on the view this offer, that link. And important to note that the link, if you go directly from the IRS website, it's 1040now.net/freefile.htm and some other code, versus if you go directly to Google and search for the 1040.now website. So sometimes, you know, the first of all, the intro page might be different, but also the software itself, you might qualify for the free filing if you use the IRS link, but not necessarily if you go directly to the main website of the company. So it's important to follow the link from IRS. Now, I just want to mention that, you know, it's not really adjusting right to my screen, so it looks like it's, you know, it's set up for tablet or something. I mean, it's not really sizing right. It looks really dated, like old-fashioned. And the one from the IRS link, it's kind of the same way. Now, it's kind of overwhelming. The colors are not really friendly, and there's so much information, so many states listed here. So it does tell us that IRS Free File program delivered by this website. Your adjusted gross income has to be less than $73,000 if you live in one of these states. So it's listing majority of the states, but I guess some might not qualify because otherwise they would say all. Active military for age year of 73 or less. And it has to be created with the link that was provided. And then it says also here the state return fee is $17.95. Now let's go to IRS free file. What does it say? It says that no free state tax. So right here it did tell us that actually there is no free state tax, and these states won't qualify for using this software. So, and if you do not qualify for free file, your federal return will be $19.95. Okay, so we just, you know, where do I go? So start my free tax return. That's what it says. So we're going to start there. Oh my goodness, this looks very dated, not very friendly. It's not something I want to do. It just seems like it looks like, yeah, many years ago that this was developed. So I don't even know where to look. Okay, so at the top it says create new tax 2021 account. So that's where I want. I would say next. I mean, everything is very small and it's just really dated. It's not very user-friendly at all. For technical support, customer support, click online support. What will happen? Okay, done. Just curious what's there. Email, this is the email to access them to free file pricing. There's some user guide and FAQs. Let's see how this looks. Okay, so you do have to, I mean, you could maybe do Command F and find things like, let's say, I don't know, child credit. Okay, it does provide, but that's, you know, you can see that it's not very user friendly. Like, you really have to look for things. There's just overwhelming information, small font. Okay, so let's just create this account. I'm going to create a user account. So now I just create my account. It's giving me this other screen saying user free file agreement. So you have to accept this agreement if you want to use it. And please check your email. So I guess it's going to send the receipt from your email address. So I would have to, let's see what happens if I don't select this. Okay, so I do have to verify the agreement and provide my email address. So let me do that. Okay, for some reason it didn't send me the verification code, and then it took me to this screen. I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm just going to click next, continue my federal tax return. Now here is kind of like the summary where I'm at. Next step, state tax return, other option. It's really horrible. So I'm just going to put in my, oh, I guess I don't have to put in, right? Now it's just kind of asking me to put the social security number, so I have like a dummy W page, W2 that I'm just going to use. Jane, verify my social. Okay, let's put in the dummy number. It's weird because I think I have to put in something here, but it's grayed out. I can't enter anything, so okay, just put in 9. Notify, next. Okay, it's still asking me to verify this agreement. Enter email verification. Oh, now I received email verification in my email address. I'm going to enter this. 211. Next. Oh, okay. I have to put captcha. 8, 4. It's really horrible. Now next options. Go back to the last completed page. Go to the beginning. Federal tax return checklist. Check e-file status. Okay, I'm just. It's very important that you clearly read the instructions. When tax information is complete, if you want to file state tax return only, submit only your state tax return. Do not submit, so I guess that's option. What's new? 6 main tax preparation steps displayed. Click next, print. It's kind of giving a summary, but it's very small, not user-friendly. Okay, so now I'm going to fill this information. Okay, so I just entered the information, and you notice that I have to like read all this stuff because by default it's not providing anything but asking us to read every single line and check if it's complete, if it's true. Check if taxpayer can be claimed as a dependent if this is true. Now it doesn't provide really information. What does that mean? Like in some of the other software. Check if the taxpayer is blind. Let's say more details. Okay, so it does give you some information if you click the additional thing. This is for additional standard deduction. It doesn't, it takes you to a new page. It doesn't really provide anything quick, like a quick pop-up that provides that information. And okay, there's just a lot of reading here. If you receive a 6-digit identity protection, this is an app from IRS. If your identity has been compromised, you have to make sure you specify now driver's license information. Okay, so it's really not user-friendly. Everything is very small. I have to read a lot to see if it applies. It doesn't have anything default fulfilled for me. Okay, now I'm going to have to fill out my address. So I enter my address, click next step. Okay, now here, filing status, more details. So it does provide some information on the statuses and which one to select. Okay, so I'm just going to select single. It does provide some other information if you select some other statuses like head of household. So that's a little bit useful just to make sure that you qualify for the status you choose. Now, oh my goodness, look at this. I do not want to read this. If active military. Okay, now it's talking about the stimulus payment if I received, so I will say yes. And enter the amount that I received. Let's say I received the whole thing. So prior year 2019 earned income, like many taxpayers will skip some of the stuff, even though these are important things. For example, this is regarding a credit that's in 2021, which you can receive additional earned income tax credit if your income in 2019 was higher. Earned income was higher than in 2021, but it's just like the way it is done. It's very not friendly and discouraging to read. This is about the advanced child tax credit. Nothing applies, so I'm just going to keep going. Dependent information. To enter dependents more, click new dependent. So you have to kind of like, where would I enter this? Where would I dependent list? There's nothing. Oh, I guess I would have to click new dependent and then go through it. So that's not really user friendly. I'm just going to go next step. Okay, so this is kind of information summary, what I have listed. So you see, this looks really old, like 20 years ago, how the website looked. If you would like to use the Form 1040 Senior for seniors, check here. So you see the software should select that for you, not you having to know if that's what you want to do. So I'm going to click next. Now W2. Now we just have W2. Your new copy, your spouse copy, view copy, remove copy, back. I mean, everything is just overwhelming. I mean, here at the top it says Jane information income. So I guess it shows us where we at. We are at income right now, deduction payments, credits, and so on. And I'm going to say, okay, now what do we do? Oh no, we want to go back. So we want to go back and enter the new copy. So you have to say your new copy, I guess, and click OK. Okay, so I pre-filled this. I mean, it's horrible how this looks, but let's say what happens if I put in the EIN number for the employer and put it incorrectly. So it does warn you that there's a error, doesn't provide more information, but it does warn you about that. It does ask you to provide the social security again, which is like, I don't like how the software doesn't remember this, since this is for Jane information. It should just pre-fill this, but it doesn't do it. It doesn't do some of these automatic calculations, like for your social security withholding percentage based on a percentage. So everything has to be entered. So here we have to, okay, so we do have the boxes for 12, box 12 that we have to pre-fill. But do I enter? Why does it have? Okay, let's say, oh, I guess because I have more than one, so it has the 12 A, B, C, D, E, but it's kind of confusing me with 12 code A, B. But this just means that they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries for it. So, let's just see. We're going to specify, enter the last 2 digits only of year. 21, right? Amount. Okay, and then my second code, I had healthcare coverage. So this is really like confusing what I have to enter my year. 3980. Okay. I had retirement plan, and then just keep going next. And you have to enter state information. I entered my state information, and there's nothing else. I mean, it's just really overwhelming. So it shows me what I've entered. I guess if you have more than one, you can enter another one. And then it just keeps going to all the other income. Interest income, I just said I don't have it, but it's still showing me a table of summary. I'm not sure what this is asking me. Income, interest income adjustment. You have non-taxable interest, I guess. This is dividend. So it's asking me to go through, but I don't want to. Okay, let's just try to skip to deductions. Okay, I'll click here. Okay. Deduction. Okay, so I'm going to select the standard versus itemized deduction, the top, and then it has some other deduction. It's just very hard to read. Everything is underlined, blue, small font. And it's asking me, okay, do you want to take standard itemize? Just going to say check. Oh no, I don't want that. I don't want to have to check. So I'll go back, and if you want to skip and just go direct to standard, that's what I want. I wouldn't want to even put anything there. It's just too much work. Were you covered by retirement plan? Oh, it's asking about the traditional IRA deduction, so it's not the 401k. Okay, so I'll just say no. Okay, so it was a different question. I apologize. Okay, some other question about the traditional Roth. I'm just going to skip through it, but there's just a lot of reading. It's very small. It's not friendly. Nothing is pre-filled out for you. So, okay, it's going through all these screens. I don't want that. I just, for example, we know that this year I can deduct some charitable deduction even if I use standard deduction, but now do I have to go through all these screens to find it? Let's try to click deductions and see if we can find it quickly. Okay, it showed me where I've been by highlighting it red. Okay, I'm just going to go. This is annoying, really. It's just so much work. So not user-friendly. Oh, okay, here is deduction summary. Oh, here I can actually put charitable contribution if you take standard. Okay, so that's helpful. I can put $100 that I made. But, oh, I can't just enter. I actually have to click review. And here I have to find where it is. Okay, right here. It's the $100. Also, actually was, my prompt was in that box, but okay, now how do I go back? Let me go back, click deduction here. Summary. Let's go to summary. Okay, now it's the $100 right there. The standard deduction $12,550. Next. Now this is talking about some credits that have changed that became refundable in 2021. And it's asking me if I qualify. Some taxpayers won't know. So if you paid someone to take care, you must had an okay. So you have to read this. So that's not really user. That's an opportunity for an error basically. Earned income tax credit. I mean, this is really horrible. Just say next step. This is really like it's so hard to read and figure this out. View your child tax credit, earned income tax credit, but I said to just go next. I guess you will go through every single credit. So if I wanna, let's click the credit tax and go to summary. It might be an easier way to do it like this. And here it's showing me what I had withheld for credits and tax calculated from the taxable income tables. So you can see the summary right there. Other topics. I mean, I guess you could just maybe click and link, and let's say if we want to say unemployment. Oh no, that's going to be just unemployment. How about moving? Okay, so you can search like that, but this is just so unuser friendly and it's hard to do. People might not know how to do it. And then hold on a second. You had to do your like Schedule C with the complications that it has. That would be like very hard to do, and it's so prone to errors. You can see how not user friendly, and there's no like checks really, and it's asking you to read so much and very small font. So this doesn't look good. Okay, the summary filing. Okay, it's saying okay, it's not been submitted. Date and time. my income, payments, refund, how much refund I received. So this is very interesting. You see, I know for sure that this is missing the retirement savers credit, because I've actually used another software on it. So just by not answering some of the question, not going through everything, because being it's so complicated, you actually will be missing something, and because it's just not taxpayer friendly, this software. So I would not recommend this as a software to use. If we continue, tax refund, how you want to receive it. If you want to apply it to next year, you want to do direct deposit, which is always better for you because it's quicker and safer. But let's just select by mail. Click next. Oh my goodness, this is like horrible. So now I would have to verify 5-digit PIN or adjusted gross income. So either the PIN, last year 5-digit PIN that you selected last year, which no one remembers, okay? But you can use the adjusted gross income from last year that you can find easier way by obtaining the tax return. So I have to find that, but obviously this is a dummy filing, so I don't have that. Now let's say what happens if this is my first year of filing. What happens then? If we save time. I mean, there's just so much reading I have to do. I'm just going to click next, see what happens. Okay, now it won't let me go on. So let's just click on states and see if we can go there and what's there. Select state returns. So you can skip it or click next and go. I'm just going to skip it. And here's the summary screen showing me it's not submitted. I mean, honestly, just want to give up. Like, I don't want to even go through any more of this. This is like really bad, not user friendly, prone to errors. There's so much reading. Font is too small. I would not recommend this software. There are other options for you that are free. So watch some of the other videos with thumbs up. So I would say thumbs down definitely on this software. So thanks for watching. I'm sorry you had to go through this.